All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Right here, right here.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I got you.
Hey, 24.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. You gonna see me in your life.
Now it's Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
On first down, it's Mills. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Black 22.
Not today, you are. Not today. Patrick. Check.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They run for it with Carson, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check, 59. You get blocked, me. You get blocked.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 55 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Watson. And Austin Safarian Jenkins has it. And He finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. We're scoreless after one.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, check right. 31. Watch it, watch the slant. Mike,
Throwing on second and 14. Watson. He's got 4. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll come out in the pistol.
Under 10.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And they'll give Miller another crack. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Here's Miller. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Easy. Green, triple team. Let's go.
Winston. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
Ready. Black 25. Wait. Check. Out. Let's go.
Now Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, Winston. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Texans 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
Throwing on second down. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready. Hey, hold on. 55, Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that ball.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
55. Ricky.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's a gain of 29. That's another Texans first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to the 25. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go, baby. Mike 55, Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. 55's Mike, got
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and the ball is out. Watson lost it, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And some room to maneuver. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard, 28 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Watch the eye. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Let's go.
Now it's Carson.
Jet, 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 jet.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
25. Screen, triple team.
Screen. Watch the screen. Like, boom, boom. 51. I got him. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Checking hot read.
Shit.
Check 49. Check 49.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
It's 19. I'm in the car.
You got tape.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
It's set. 19.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Mike 5-5. Mike 4.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Houston, it's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And got his man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air again with Winston. And this is Parker, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slap. And even. Kill. Turn. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go.
They run it with Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Undercrunch. Check 15, check 15.
On third down, Carson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check girls, check girls. Watch 36.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Tackles. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Check tight. Check tight.
On second and 10, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the gun, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Watson off play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on third down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
we go on fourth. Watson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Go, boys, go!
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, Raymond. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Carson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Miami, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves